Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. To the Israelite foreigners that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that may look like the heathen nations. And to the very few sisters that listen and learn, to you, Shalom. Excuse me. I'm the brother Yasharala with Great Millstone, Chicago. And we're getting ready to keep the Passover. All right, Thursday night to Friday night, which is the Sabbath. All right, and it's a very solemn assembly. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read through Exodus, the 12th chapter, go through some points, more of a refresher, and, Yahweh willing, this is edifying. All right, this is Exodus 12:1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto him take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. So on the 10th day of the first month, you got a sheep, and on the 10th day, you got the sheep that you were going to use, or the lamb, Salakia, that you were going to use. All right. It says, 5-year lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And Yahweh Shai is a representation of that lamb without blemish. All right. Which Yahweh Shai was without blemish. He was basically sin free. All right. Verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. Which the 14th day would be a full moon. All right, that's when the moon will be a full moon. It says, And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper doorpost of the house, wherein they shall eat it. Which the blood represents Yahweh Shai's blood, his sacrifice. And they would, what they did, they put the blood on the door. So when the death angel came, the death angel passed by. Okay, that's why it's called Passover. It says, Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs and with the pertinences thereof. So you're not supposed to eat it raw. You're not supposed to boil it. You're supposed to roast it. Okay. And you're not supposed to break anything of the lamb. You're supposed to keep it intact. All right. And today, we don't have our own lamb to put away on the 10th day to the 14th day. We will have to go to Esau to get a lamb. And, we don't know if it's a male first year male, etc. We don't know these things. So that's why we're rehearsing the righteous acts and keeping them to the best of our ability. All right. It says, 10, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. So no leftovers. Whatever was left over, you burned it. So no leftovers. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is Yahweh's Passover. All right. Because we getting ready to leave out of Egypt. That's why we ate it in haste. 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all of the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh. Which the firstborn males, and I believe it was the animals as well of the Egyptians, died. All right. It says 13, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. All right. And, spiritually, our body is like a house, and, we, Yahweh Shai died for the elect. So that's, basically us spiritually having Yahweh Shai's blood on us, as far as for salvation goes, but nonetheless, the blood was on the house, the door, so the death angel passed by. All right. And we hope that, we receive salvation. All right. We don't get put to death. And it never fails. As soon as we start the Passover service, we start hearing police, we start hearing ambulance, we start hearing firefighters. That spirit is out there, all right, putting people to death. All right. Verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it as a feast by an ordinance forever. So this is a high holy day we're supposed to do every year. 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. When the first day ye shall put away, even the first day ye should put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So we are not supposed to eat bread that has leaven in it, all right, which is yeast, all right, for a whole week. Feast of unleavened bread. Nothing with bread that has yeast in it, all right, which is leaven. So no cookies, no cake, no bread, no what else has yeast in it? Chips. There's a lot of shit that got yeast in it. All right. It says, and in the first day there shall be a holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. So they're both considered Sabbaths. It's going to be a holy convocation. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in the same self day I have brought you your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. In the first month of the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day. So that'll be, so from the 14th to the 21st. All right. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, which he be a stranger, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Now that stranger is going into an Israelite foreigner. So we're not supposed to even have it in our house. All right, get rid of it. Get it out of your house. And if you don't have a house and you live with your parents or you have a roommate or something, just make sure it's not in your room, not in your quarters of the house. All right. Verse 20, ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take ye a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover, and ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. And when we keep the Passover, as soon as we're done, we clean up, we leave, we go straight to the house. No lingering, no partying. This is a solemn assembly. All right, this is something that's serious. Because of verse 23, it says, for Yahweh will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, Yahweh will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. Okay, we're supposed to do this forever. Keep this high holy day. And it shall come to pass when ye become to the land which Yahweh will give according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep the service. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of Yahweh's Passover, who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshipped. It says, and the children of Israel went away and did as Yahweh had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. Now this is going into the firstborns, all right, which, the death angel came and killed all the firstborns of the males of Egypt, all right. Let me see. Okay, let's go to verse 43. It says, and Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. So this is how you keep the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. Now this stranger is a heathen, a non-Israelite, all right? A Gentile that is basically of the other nations. They cannot take part of this. All right. It says, but every man's servant that is brought from money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and a higher servant shall not eat thereof. All right. Again, so a heathen is not to take part of this. Verse 46, in one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. You can't break any of the bones of the lamb. All of the congregation of Israel shall keep it, and when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover of Yahweh, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that was born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. Now this stranger, which it tells you is a sojourner, a traveler, somebody who's visiting, which will be an Israelite foreigner, which was not born in the land. Okay, that's the difference between these two strangers. So the stranger in 48 is an Israelite foreigner. All right. And are supposed to be circumcised when we keep the Passover. Now, you know, some brothers are not circumcised, so when it comes to the blessing, the Torah blessing and certain things, they just stay in the background and watch. But as far as that goes, you know, um, it really isn't required to be circumcised to receive salvation, even though, we would encourage for you to, to get it, which it's, it's not something that, you're not circumcised. You're not gonna be saved. No, that's not the case, but myself, my first Passover, I was uncircumcised and I couldn't partake in the full service, and I felt some type of way, so I did what I had to do as far as going to the doctor and getting the procedure done. So the next Passover, I was able to keep the full service, and it felt like a good thing for me to be able to take part of the entire service, but nonetheless. Verse 50, thus did all the children of Israel as Yahweh commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the same self day that Yahweh did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. All right, so that's how the Passover is happened. That's how it's supposed to be kept, and there will be a new Passover. I'm going to do a sit down on that, Yahweh willing, tomorrow, going into Jeremiah 16. All right. Yahweh Ratazah, this was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.